Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Dream Daddy. Who's gonna love you, baby? I got it! I got it! Also, I know that was the dorkiest thing. Pardon me. So last we left off, we had the meeting with Amanda's dad, and we were having a tough conversation with Amanda in the car. We were kind of in the middle of that. So yeah. And I kind of get where she's coming from, you know. It's hard to tell your dad everything, you know. Anyways. Okay. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah?
Hey.
What? No. Dad. Ugh. I can't believe you would... Dad. I mean, geez. Why would you... Ugh. Gross. Sorry, just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. We arrive at the mall, We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple of different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah. Language, Missy. Heck yeah? Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menu. At the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese. From a very unenthusiastic and probably stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious? We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Oh my word. Which meme? All memes. Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all of us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse is that... and what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try and jump in on the meme train just based on how long it takes... But just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it and isn't funny. Amanda out here spitting the truth. I'm not gonna say that. You cannot get me to say that. Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment. I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy all the chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements in the 70s and the 80s. I know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one! It's Hot Topic, y'all. Do I still enjoy Hot Topic? Yes. I also enjoy this place called, Box Lunch. It's like Hot Topic, but if Hot Topic was, like, friendlier and wanted to be friends with you instead of being scary. Not that I'm scared of Hot Topic. What? Crazy. Who said that? Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so proud. Speech. Amanda. Speech, speech, speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda and Daddison had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for the said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh hey, chain wallets! While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in Dead Goth and Beyond. Peruse the band t-shirts, look at ironic mugs, check the clearance bin for hot deals. That's a tough one. I feel like this dad likes bands a lot, so that might be good, but I feel like most of these bands, I don't know. Ironic mugs is, like, the dad thing to do. Let's look at ironic mugs. I'm suddenly stricken by the existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? I have work to do. Look. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument over at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. Okay, do you see why I went for this guy first? I'm sorry, he is the most alternative-looking one of the bunch. He is rocking this, like, vampiric Victorian... man, one of my partners is gonna get on here and say it's not Victorian. He's rocking this old school style. The ruffles, the vest, just the blouse. Not enough people wear blouses, not enough guys wear blouses, I should say. And a cloak, a traveler's cloak. Who? I say, and that long, lustrous hair. I'm fine. I'm just saying I stand by my first choice. We're not gonna go for this guy, sadly. Although he does have an interesting route. Unless somebody just is like, you must go his route, then I will pick somebody else this time. But, yeah. Gosh. I stand by my decision. I overhear a yeah, okay. Pink hair. I can see that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian expired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. I'm staring at you. You know who you are. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal I was gonna say cocktails. His literal coat tails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they are Victorian inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Datatron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard that I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He comes, and his name's Damien. Like, I love that name. I'm fine. They wrote that character to attack me. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh cool! Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh hell yes, they have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also they're hunting ghosts. High key, I would watch this show. Oh. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no! Oh no! The ghosts got control of the truck! I can't steer them! They're... Oh, I'm reading in the wrong accent. Oh no! The ghost done got control of the truck! I can't steer on them there damn ice roads! Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with them spirits. Flint, we're about to die! I almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, you're going to die. That's because we are about to die. That's because we're about to die, This is art. The episode ends, and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Also, yes, hello, if you're watching. Whoever just messaged me. I know who you are. I shouldn't say whoever. My partner just messaged me. Saying I'm the streamer boy. It's just streamers everywhere. Party streamers. Yep, I'm funny. Yep, I don't regret that at all. Alright. That's right. Yep. Man. Dad tip 51. You can save bookmarks directly to your desktop. That is such a dad tip. Is the game... Oh no. The dreaded blue circle of loading. That ain't good. Yeah, Dream Daddy's having a hard time. Not in the middle. Oh, this is not fun. I'll stop streaming and start again when it is less awful. If I can move to another page. Oh, there we go. More snoring. Okay. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. This is me in the morning. I know this is like everybody in the morning, but also this is me. I'm both of them. The one who's telling the person to get up and the person who's like, we should never get up. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? Excited to beef up my grilling skills. If there's food, I'm excited. That's a bad attitude. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. Okay, so far we've missed 2 scenes. We've missed the park scene, because I didn't do things in the right order, and we also missed the scene where we meet all the children for the first time, all the terrifying children of Joseph. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. Don't know if I said that line. Okay. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. I set out our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph. I don't know why I said hey, like, accusingly. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Oh. Welcome. I'm so glad you two are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christian and Christy, they're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in this crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. If I've ever seen a couple that looks... that doesn't look like a couple. Like, I understand he's a youth minister and she's wearing a cross necklace, but that is the only way you can tell they're a couple. They do not dress alike. They do not seem alike at all. I know that's the point, but like, yeesh. Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Shepherd, and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Just... Okay, you can talk crap about Mary all you want, but... Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Like, I have to go over there now. Like, that's... What an excuse. Like, you can't... She has to go over there now. That's it. You can't argue with that. Mary leaves. Oh god, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor. But please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Here, let me introduce you around. Hey Shepherd, have you met Brian yet? Who? Hey Brian, come over for a sec. This is the man we're supposed to meet at the park. That's fine. A man in a loud Hawaiian shirt jogs up to me. What? Never mind. I'm gonna... a snack. Hey, Brian, this is Shepherd. He just moved here into the neighborhood. Hello. Well, pleased to meet you. Put her there. Brian pulls me into a handshake, engulfing my hand in a vice-like grip. I let out a small squeak after my hand bones have been ground to dust. Not much of a handshake guy, huh? I guess I'm more of a hugger. Which house did you move into? The ranch-style one in the cul-de-sac. Oh, the one that's just like mine, but smaller. That kinda hurts. Is he trying to one-up me? Yes. My instinctive... Oh! Okay, it's still gonna happen. My instinctive dad competitiveness kicks into gear. Okay. It's leaner? That's weird. Smaller houses are safer. I'm happy there. I'm happy there. Got no worries about its size as long as me and my daughter are happy. Well put. Oh, let me introduce you to my daughter. A kid peeks out from behind Brian. This is Daisy. Hello. Hi, what grade are you in? 5th grade. We're actually trying to get her to skip 6th grade, not to brag, but she's pretty smart. Not to brag, that's exactly what bragging is. Amanda's smart too. Thanks, Dad. Well, I'll be around the party if you feel like saying hey later. You got it. Wow, I think I've actually met everybody else. Great, I bet you're excited to know everyone better. Hope you both enjoy yourselves. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the tables. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Honestly, same. I don't want to have to make friends. Come on, Dad. Who are you gonna party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do the pleasantries. Dad. They're gonna talk about the weather. Go, do it. Make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Ah, wow, way to abandon me, Amanda. More like abandon-ma. I don't know. Good one, Shepherd. Okay. Amanda shoves me to the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and am surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? Didn't I meet that guy at the bar? That guy who kept trying to one-up me. That I met just a second ago. Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Gotham Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. But wait a second, all of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Honestly, I'm the most interested in Matt, Hugo, and Craig, so I will save them for last. Or do them first? Just in case I can't talk to the others that I don't pick first? Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of the time and place, and try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America. You're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. I'm with you, Hugo! Matt and Hugo seem so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. I should talk to Craig because we're friends, but I kind of want to listen in on Matt and Hugo. I'm gonna save real quick. Listen in on Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm in comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
No.
Well, sure, you could say that I regret listening in on them. Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. I'm gonna say, well, that's pretty subjective.
Oh.
How do you mean? Well, Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's Magritte. Right, Art, sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of the context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked is if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Matt, why would you do that? First of all, it's Van Gogh. But also, I understand where Hugo's coming from. Picasso sucks. Fuck Picasso. I hate Picasso so much. Sorry. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto? I don't know. Of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism. Cubism is ugly! Fight me! Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. I was on Hugo's side, but now I'm kind of on Matt's side. Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Shepard, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl, to where they are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Okay, we stan a guy who is chill with being feminine. Matt just got, like, way cooler in my book. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before when you put it on. Hey, Shepard. This is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmenista. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and, your teacher? Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yep. You still gonna give me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you! Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger gun move from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Whoa.
He looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide. Ernest! Ernest Hemingway Vega! Are you smoking?
Oh.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread to my lawn and it burned down half of my yard, too. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Yikes, Ernest. Puberty is not treating you well. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Shepard, this is my son, Ernest. Hello! Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter?
Oh.
Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah. Good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Okay, Ernest is alright. Ouch. Ernest! Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm as cool as a cucumber. See? That right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be cool dads? I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads we become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate unironically wear socks with sandals. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, people. Socks with sandals, underrated. Not the best fashion statement, but it depends on what you're wearing. It depends. And also, I hate not wearing socks, so, nah. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18, and she still thinks I'm cool. Nice. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time where it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Hey. Don't let us eat up your time, Shepard. Go greet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Okay, so I do get to talk to the others. Robert and Brian and Joseph and Damien. Both pairs of people who are nothing alike. Let's do Robert and Brian, since I haven't dated either of one of them in the past. I've dated Joseph and Damien in the past, so there you go. I've been on one date with each person, I believe. Not in this playthrough, obviously, but I can if you want. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't want to deal with being one-upped by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and then walk over to them. Hey, guys. Shepard, how the heck are ya? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living work room as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Shepard, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Me and my kids. Brian raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have kid. Wait, what happened the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south. Things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope ridge snaps. You could see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I gotta get that boy I got that boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you. I forgot how much Robert is awesome. Oh, man. That's so funny. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down the river and he lost a flip-flop. Miss that kid. Brian and I laugh nervously. Or am I kidding? Brian and I tense up again. I'm kidding. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghost has locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever survive the Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert! Brian's just like, no, I've had enough. Wait a second, are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah! Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking in the ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. Alright, Daisy. I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gonna keep us from starving out here in the harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over the... Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for a fire! Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends recess in the library. I think the other kids are kind of intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to by the law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little playdate for them. They do seem to get along pretty well, but the thought of continually hearing all about Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellows. Joseph and Damien. Man. I gotta take another swig. This one is very talk-heavy. Because it's, the barbecue and everybody's all together and I'm having to do all the different voices and stuff. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead, Goth, and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what it is they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. Damien is a man after my own heart. It's definitely an interesting choice. Oh. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Shepard, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead, Goth, and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly and frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
What?
Hey Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back, I wouldn't necessarily fall under one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose myself, I would describe myself as a twee hipster with some normcore leanings. I mean, that's pretty accurate. Bats are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks for so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, you do know how to treat a lady. Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twins kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? What an icon! Like, can I capture that real quick? Where's my print button? Yeah, I think that did it. That's so funny. She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary? Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Lucian. Have I introduced you to Shepard yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous-type people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from under his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Yeah, of course it's an anchor, because of the inside of their house. You haven't seen it yet, but oh my goodness. They're just the typical white family TM. Whoa, is that a tattoo?
Yes.
Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine? What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian! We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I dunno. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. That number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes and takes a deep breath and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets the patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips the spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. Oh, onions. They're so good. One after another, the dads take notice and a crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably didn't know this, Shepherd, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's ungrill-leavable. I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All of the children at the party boo in the glorious display of puns in unison. That's what happens. You get a bunch of dads together, the puns, they just go wild. Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying a perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the other kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on Dadbook? Dadbook? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, it's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmenista and those weird twin kids. Those weird twins. I don't know why I said kids. I think they wanted her soul. Okay. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I mean, I got a burger in me. I felt like I was in a network a bit. I wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice Road Truckers. You and Daisy seemed like you were having a way better time than I was. Because we were! Well, hey, at least you met some of the other cool dads. You should hit him up on Dadbook. Maybe I will if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. I think we're gonna end it there. Okay, well, let's go on just a bit longer. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. It seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh, is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted and be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices. Of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not gonna do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that, and I never will do that. Okay, do you have plans tonight? My plans were kinda to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna throw a party. A real rager. All the other dads in the neighborhood are invited. I'll see if I can get you a spot on the list, but honestly, it's looking tight and you may just have to wait in line. I know the guy at the door. I'll get in no problem. I'm just relaxing tonight, hun. Have fun, okay? Great. See you later. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with a celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. It looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary and mashed potatoes. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Just like making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food of real nutritional substance. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind and one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. Okay. I know where this is going. I'm gonna save here. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Yeah. This has been Shepard, and I'll see you later.